Hello, so I want to cover something. I'm going to preface this really fast. I understand that my hair is very long and I look really bad right now. I probably look pretty homeless. However, I'm aware of my craniofacial structure and I know what moves the needle. Take it as like, coach, don't play. Your fat coach, you would think like, oh, if he's a fat coach, how can he get me in shape? But the fat coach used to be really, really good and he's giving you advice right now. Being lean is the secret. This is not something unheard of. You've heard of this 100 times throughout every YouTube channel. Everybody talks about it. Clav talks about it. Freaking, it's like the basic self improvement tip 10% body fat. But no one is 10% body fat. Nobody. I have a friend of mine, very close friend. He has good genetics, very good genetics. He goes to the gym consistently, like 5 times a week. Eats high protein, keeps track of his macros, keeps track of his diet, also tries to live a social life and all this stuff. And the lowest body fat percentage he's been at is 12%. And every time he's at 12%, he always tells me how hungry he is and how hard it is to get below that. And I've never seen him. I think one time he was 10%, he looked really good, but he always ricochets back to a bit higher, naturally because of his family, right? Obviously, it's like self-independence, right? Like it's you who makes the end decision, but once you're around your family, you start eating junk, or like if you're hanging out with friends, if you have a social life, eventually you guys go to a restaurant or whatever. And that's what's going to separate you. Really, nobody is 10% body fat, freaking nobody. And most likely you don't need freaking Trimax or you don't need to get like freaking facial implants. Most likely you need to get to 10% body fat. I'm telling you, that's what you got to do. Everybody's obsessed with like ratios and like, oh, if I like make my jaw like wider, it's gonna make me look better. And that's true, of course. Like maybe if you get like the exact ratios, building up like the golden ratio, it's gonna look good. But I'm telling you, everything comes together once you hit 10% body fat. I've seen it consistently among so many people who had poor ratios. Like Andrew's account is a perfect example on TikTok. Andrew's account. He had poor ratios before. Genuinely, everybody's gonna say like, "Oh, I'm coping." Dude, look at his before pictures. The amount of people who commented on his freaking TikTok photos and videos that it's over for him, that he's a low tier normie, that it's just he's cooked, no chance. This guy leaned down, didn't listen to a single thing any person said. He got down all the way to 7% body fat, which is incredible, and almost nobody could get to that point. If you could try to get to that point, that'd be ideal. He doesn't have perfect ratios. His eye area was like always a little bit like buggy, and he also had like a huge like very long face and everything. But it all came together. The jaw structure started showing. Freaking everything came together. And I'm telling you this as someone who also like one time got pretty lean. I've never been below like probably 14%, but when I was 14%, it was night and day. And I don't, like, it did narrow out my face a lot, but it was night and day the treatment, night and day. And I know for a fact like that's completely fine with me, right? Nobody is that lean. If you're not 10% body fat, do not complain. It's like the one thing that you need to put into your mind every single day, the one obstacle that unfortunately is like a brutal pill you'll have to swallow, where every single day you're going to have to track your calories and pay attention to the protein that you're eating. At least pay attention to the protein that you're eating. If you're eating a lot of meat and chicken, you won't really have to track your calories, but if you're in like that caloric deficit and you're trying to lose fat, I would say track them because like I don't think calories are necessarily real. This is like a side thing, but it helps tracking them, like eating less and paying attention to the amount that you're eating and how much less you're eating. But yeah, you got to get lean. Getting lean is gonna fix the freaking problems, dude. I'm telling you. Your girlfriend, your ex is gonna like you more again. Your freaking friends are gonna like you more. Family's gonna like you more. You're gonna start getting more stares when you're walking around. Freaking people are gonna start complimenting you more. People aren't gonna call you ugly anymore. Freaking, it's crazy. It's genuinely insane. I've lived both sides when I was lean and when I was not lean. I'm not even not lean right now. Like my face is like still a decent structure, but it was just like completely different. It was like night and day. When you're clean shaven, when you're freaking lean as shit, when this starts showing, especially the jaw, when the jaw starts showing, you're freaking tan being like super tan too as a cheat code, freaking, and then also just like having like curly hair that's actually like combed and like groomed well, and a good eye area ideally. So like darken your eyebrows or whatever. That's it, man. You don't have to have anything else. Maybe, work out obviously, get this a little wider, but it's all you gotta do, man. But nobody's gonna do that because of hunger. It's against our biology. It's like trying to go on no fab because the thing is like obviously that goes against your body's desire. So it's obviously going to be very difficult to get to this point of being 10% body fat. But if you have like some kind of trauma or some kind of pain that you went through, it's going to actually be pretty simple to manifest yourself to get to that point, so long as you're locked in. I've noticed that every single time I've gotten lean, I was through a lot. I was going through a lot of pain, and I manifested all that pain and anger inside of me into kind of just going on the treadmill and being lean and not really eating much. Because the second I go through like pain, for some reason I just lose my appetite instantly. I just like I'm not hungry anymore. I just like stop eating. I kind of just like rot and get really sad. Just like do a shit ton of cardio. Um, I'm not saying pain is good, right? You want to live like an ideal life. I know all these like GOATs will say like eat what you want. This is like unhealthy. Going to the gym all the time is unhealthy. It probably is unhealthy to be completely honest. But I know for a fact, the leaner you are, the better you look. I've seen crazy transformations because people lost that extra 5% body fat. The 15 to 10%, night and day, night and freaking day. That's it.